everyone, welcome to a video about Anthem. I recently got this game after having played it originally when it launched. I was really excited about it then, but I could tell there would be more features and things on the way and updates to help improve it. So I recently was able to get it at a good price, and it was about 32 gigs on the disc and I think about 28 gigs on the updates. So in total it'll be around 60 gigs currently in size, but like games in this style where they continuously add on content and extras and expansions, that size will increase as they continue to develop the game further over the course of the next few years. Which I was a really big fan of the concept of this game. But here we start with the news page. If you click on any of these tabs, it'll launch the internet browser within Xbox and take you to EA's website for Anthem. At the very top here says messages. These are the rewards that you get for completing your missions, just a summary. So you can look at, see what the icons mean, stuff like that. But generally speaking, you don't really need to go through any of this, but when you're new to it, I would say it's good to go to the website and see some of the tutorials that they have. But a general overview of the game and how it works, what you'll be doing. You're in the city. This is the starting city, and I'm about maybe 8 story missions into the game. The orange icon above people's heads shows that you need to talk to them. This is a general character conversation. This is a contract mission, or turn in a contract mission icon. And this triangle shape is a story mission. And like many BioWare games, there's good acting and voice acting and writing. But generally speaking, you'll be talking to people, getting missions, going to the map screen, selecting the mission that you want to participate in, loading the mission and matchmaking with other players, hopefully completing the mission successfully, claiming your rewards and experience points at the end of the mission, and then going to what's called the forge, where all of your items are stored and you can break down items for crafting, customize or build custom weapons, which mainly is selecting the weapon that you like, using some of the materials, and hoping you get an effect on the weapon to improve your javelin or playstyle that you like. If you have a lower quality grade weapon, you can increase it as well, but only if you have the blueprints unlocked, which you randomly get from time to time. So here it says activate forge. This is originally the main way to get to this menu. Just press A. You'll use the left stick to navigate your crosshair over the dots. Here's some of the things you can equip. And if you notice at the bottom of them, for the green color and beyond, they have additional things. That's an important thing to pay attention to. And then again, you can just hold down the X button and salvage that. It gave me an uncommon ember, 2 weapons parts, and hitting right bumper. You can go over here and craft a new weapon. And it tells you how many of the things that you need. You can do common or uncommon, depending on what the blueprint is, or rare, etc. But you go through and customize different abilities and different aspects about what your javelin suit does. Eventually you can get more javelins. So I have the Colossus as my second choice, and the Interceptor was my first choice when I started the game. They play very differently. The Interceptor is very fast, and it has a strong melee, fast melee. It can move around the battlefield very well. And if you run out of ammo, it's really nice to have the quick melee, but it doesn't have a lot of shields and armor. The Colossus, it is definitely the heavy class tank of this game. It does feel differently than the Interceptor. Whereas when I was playing the Interceptor, I'd have to watch my health and shields and evade the enemies more and run away sometimes, recharge my shields and armor, which happen over time, or you gain health pickups to refill your armor health, and then go back into the battle. But with the Colossus, you can stand amongst, I would say, 30-40 enemies and just stay in the battle, and you don't really have to run away at all. But I have mine geared to have a very high armor. So eventually when you get your javelin, you can enter into the free roam this way, or again holding the Y button, you can start your mission. It'll take you to this screen. You have this mode where you can change your mission. It'll show you your available missions on the map. You just click on the one that you want to do. Free play, that allows you just to explore the world, go around, seeing what you want to find. Just random groups of enemies. Right now they have some time trial races that you can fly through the world. I really like those a lot. I think that would be an ideal way to introduce the world to players. And then we have strongholds, where you join with other players and it's difficult, and the legendary mission that's more difficult. And quick play is a random mission that you can do just to help people. It'll match up. You can choose your difficulty, so this is different for each player. You can invite your friends that are online. So I'm just going to stick on normal, start expedition. So in this one I don't know whose mission I will join. And depending on your game system and internet connection, how long the load times will take. But in some ways the load times just give you some downtime in between the game, because it's exploratory at your own pace, but then other sections of it are some intense battles, and more so intense if you really have to watch out for your character's shields and health. So I've died one time in this game, but you just hold X to respawn. There's doesn't seem to be a harsh penalty at all for not surviving. And in certain areas your teammates can pick you back up, help you back up. That's the most common. Only in difficult boss battles and specific fights that respawn is not allowed. I think it's kind of like Destiny 2 in that way. So here's just a mission that I've joined. I don't really know what they're doing right now, but I can see on my screen these icons, and at the radar at the top, so stockpiles destroyed, so just destroy these. So right now I'm pushing Y to melee. A button jumps. L trigger gets out your weapon. R trigger shoots. X button reloads. And you can have a single jump and then right click the stick and you can hover. You can jump and fly. And if you crash into something, it'll default to hover. You can go from flight to hover. You can shoot while you're hovering. You have a limited amount of time that you can hover. It's at the bottom screen. It's about to overheat the engines. There's red. When you overheat, it just gives a time penalty. But my main draw to this game is the controls. The controls and maneuverability, how you move throughout the world, how each of the suits feels very different. I like that it's a cooperative game to begin with, as in to begin with in its design. I don't think there's any PvP in this game. But basically, we'll go through this mission, complete it. At the end of it, we'll see how much experience points we've earned. Different things within the battle give you more experience points, and it's more about what you do in the battle rather than simply the amount of enemies that you kill. More like how you play and the various ways in which you play to earn more experience points. But yeah, overall I really like this game. I like the idea of the game. Rarely, it seems, do people use the voice chat built into the game. But you can always invite your friends and talk to them. I'd say the compass that is off camera, it helps, but it does take a while to get accustomed to. And generally it's good just to take your time and when you're on a mission to see like where do I go. It doesn't happen too often, but sometimes it's like what do I interact with. Mainly you hold down X. Yeah, X is your main interaction button. Sometimes you have to hit something or destroy it like you saw before, but most of the time you'll just hold down the X button. So if there's times when you don't know what to do or what to click on or what to access, just continuously hold down the X button and just move around the environment. You'll probably happen upon the item or object you need to click on. But I've been able to make it through this game so far and not have to look up any specific tutorials. But let me know what you think of Anthem if you give it a try and enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.